Hi there, Year 4. It is our last Friday Phonics done remotely. So we are building on what we did last week, and hopefully the next time you're doing your phonics work, we'll be in school and we'll all be together. So today's learning is going to be building on last week's work on the j sound. Again, you can go back and watch the little video of Mr. Thorne Does Phonics to go through those sounds if you want to, but I think you've probably already got them. If you remember, we just quickly have a little look. We looked at treasure, pleasure, measure, leisure, that kind of SUR spelling endings last week. And you all hopefully had a go at doing this worksheet, which was about finding the words like enclosure or fissure or road closure or treasure, and writing sentences to show those, but also adding some suffixes to them. Today's learning is all about the spelling jeune. So listen to the sound jeune, but the spelling is S-I-O-N. Any ideas of words that have got that jeune in? If you haven't, don't worry, but you can always pause the video and have a go at jotting a few down. The focus for today is for us to practice a quick burst of practice spelling, so it's quite quick today, and for us to compare your spelling and mine, and then to check them and make sure they're correct, and have a word list that you can refer to. So we're going to just whiz through some pictures and you have a go. I also want you to think in between the words of a sentence that you could make fit these words that will help you for later. So the first word we're looking at is the word explosion. Explosion. Have a go at writing it, and then I'm going to just reveal the spelling of explosion. And I want to point out to you that the issue with this is the jeune ending that's spelled S-O-I-N. Explosion. There are plenty of explosions in action films, would be a sentence with the word explosion in. There was an explosion on the beach when they found an old World War II bomb and they detonated it. I remember that happened in Shoreham a couple of years ago. So explosion. Okay, explosion. The next word we're looking at is a maths word, which you'll recognise. Another word for sharing is a mathematical word, division. Have a go at spelling it. I'll reveal and check your spelling. Division. Can you think of a sentence with the word division in? In maths today, we will be learning about division. Okay, division. And again, S-I-O-N ending, making that sound, oh, it's not clicking, jeune. Okay, next word. This is what you do when you're looking at work that you've done before, trying to remember it for a test or to try and keep that memory alive about your learning. It's called revision. Revision. Have a go at the spelling revision. Look at my spelling and see that jeune ending. Revision. Something we do quite a lot in school is to revise some topics to get them fresher in our mind. We may have come across some of these jeune words before and we're revising those, but generally these are words that come up and they're expected in year 4 that you can just, in year 4 you're expected to do a lot of spellings automatically, and all these words jeune are year 4 spellings. So revision. Okay, next word. These children look a little bit worried because they've got confusion. Have a go at confusion. I'll reveal it. Again, it's that jeune ending. Confusion. You can break it up. Confusion. The jeune is blended together for the sound. Jeune. Confusion. Okay, next one is an unusual word, but it's a good word to have. It's where two things bump into each other. We've got two people who've come around two corners and they've bumped into each other. And we've got some images of some cars. And this is called a collision. A collision, if you've not heard that word before, that's what it means, where two people bump into each other or a car bumps into something. A collision between a car and a tree there. You can see a bump on somebody's back of their car there, and that is because they've been in a collision of some sort. They've bumped into something. A collision. Look at the spelling. Again, we've got that jeune ending. Collision. Okay, next one. You'll recognise this. Television. Have a go at spelling it. I'll reveal it. Television. Vision. Television. So we've got that ending, jeune at the end. And this ties in with the next that we've got, because part of the word television is the next word, which is vision, which means sight. Okay, you might think, well, who's that funny man there? I'll talk about that in a moment. So the word vision, vision, vision. Can you hear that jeune ending? Vision means sight. This character is a Marvel character with a capital V for vision. And I think the reason he's called Vision is he's got sight over everything. He can understand everything that's going on. So he sees and he understands. But vision is to do with sight. I'll give you a sentence. When I got my new contact lenses, my vision was much better. Okay, my eyesight was better. It's another word for eyesight, vision. Okay, next word. This is when one country or a group of people in an army or a country goes to another country to take it over. It's called an invasion. And in England, we've had a few of these. So their first invasion, one of our first invasions, was when the Romans came and invaded us. We had the French invasion in 1066, and we had a Viking invasion. And you'll learn about the Viking invasion in year 5. But remember the Roman invasion that you learned when the Romans invaded and the Celts fought them? If you remember that from year 3. So that's the word invasion. Invasion. There was also an invasion of the English, Americans and Canadians invaded France in 1944 as part of what's called the D-Day landings to try and help the French because we were at war with Germany. So this is called an invasion, where you go in to build to another country to try and take over. Okay, so invasion, lots of images there to show our history in England. Next word that we're looking for is this. I wonder if you know what this is. This is where you look at things and your eyes and brain can't quite match up with what they think's happening. So, for example, in this picture, you either look at it and it looks like you're going down into a tunnel, or it looks like you're jumping this sort of a big sort of top poking out like a hill. And with this one, when you look at the shapes, it looks like it's moving. These are called illusions. Have another go at spelling the word illusion. Illusion. Again, you can see that jeune ending. So we've got quite a lot of words here. We're coming to the last ones now. Now this one, I'm going to get you to hold 2 words in your head here, because this is it's another word for an event or a special day. And I've included this because it looks a bit like Monday is going to look like, with your teachers welcoming you into school. We're calling it an occasion. Now, celebration is the word that might have come to mind when you looked at these pictures. And I want you to have a go at writing the word celebration or looking at it. But the word we're looking today is occasion. It's a special occasion, and you can hear that sound. And the reason I'm getting you to think about the word celebration, because there are a few words that have that shun sound, but they're not spelt with an S, and celebration is one of them, and direction is the other. So let's have another look at a couple more words. We've had occasion, we've got this one. Now this is a geographical term, and it's where water, or particularly the sea or the waves, eat away at the land on the coast. It's called erosion, and you can see here where, can you see this, the repeated tides have washed away the land that was once probably out here, and now this road isn't a proper road anymore. And again, in this picture you can see where the coast is the cliffs, and there are these bits of rock. These bits of rock were once part of that coast, but because of the sea and erosion, that is what the coast looks like now. Can you see that word? Erosion. And erosion is a word you need to be able to spell. Okay, we've got a few extra words here which we're going to have a look at. We've got decision, we've got inclusion, persuasion, evasion, mansion, and emulsion. These are all additional shun words with that ending. So have a go at writing these down. Evasion, mansion, conclusion, decision, inclusion, persuasion, decision, when you've got choices and you need to make a decision. Evasion is a word you come across in PE in year 4 because we play a lot of invasion games. That's when you're trying to get away from something. Okay, evasion. Conclusion is when you bring things together, and an emulsion is a mixture of paints that you can use to paint the walls in your house. It's called emulsion. Okay, so a few extra words. Now what we're going to do is to read and choose what words are going to go in my sentences. So we've got a list of words here: revision, collision, television, invasion, explosions, confusion, mansion, and illusion. Let's have a look to see. My brother is spending hours trying to do something for his exams. Do you remember what that word was? Yes, it was revision. Louis is watching a program on the something, all about how they make something in action films. So he's likely to be watching the television, and he's learning about how they make explosions in action films. England has had invasions from the Romans, the Vikings, and the French. Now the Vikings should have a capital letter there. Oh, that's an accident there. And I think we'll put that in capital too. So those are all about invasions. Now let's look at this one. Sometimes when you look at things for a long time, it can become an illusion. Very good. And we need a full stop there. And, oh, not a comma, we need a full stop. There was a something between my car and another. Do you remember what I said about a word that means that two things have crashed together? It was a collision. There was a collision between my car and another. No one was hurt, but there was something over whose fault it was. Maybe it was a confusion about whose fault it was. Mary lives in a huge house in the countryside. Another word for a huge house is a mansion. So we've put some shun words in context of sentences there, and hopefully you've got a nice long list of words. So here we have a picture. This is one of the activities that's on Google Classroom. It's a picture activity where you've got to write all the words. Let's just whiz through them. We've got mansion, do you remember that? We've got invasion and division, TV, television and vision, collision, occasion. When we're all together in a group where we're really happy, it's called inclusion. We've got an optic illusion. This person is trying to draw other people towards and persuade them. We've got an explosion there, and a woman who's looking very full of confusion. Okay, so we've got that, and then you can have a go at writing some sentences for those. You can print that off on Google Classroom, or you can just have a go at spelling the words. That's completely up to you. So there's one word here which I've included as my sort of little extra, I'm going to write it for you. It's direction. Direction has that shun sound, but it's spelt with a T-I-O-N. The same with celebration. So one of the little extras I want you to do is see if you can find any more words that go with those shun, but that's spelt with a T-I-O-N. That's just a little extra. Don't worry about it too much, but there are a few, and they're there to trick us sometimes. So when you come on, there's a SION activity for you to do on Google Classroom. You can choose which one you want to do, or you can do them all. And there's also a word search as well. So you choose whichever one you want to do. But I want you to also just be starting to be aware of these tricky little words that are spelt with a T-I-O-N instead of an S-I-O-N. Just start to be aware, and we'll come back to them in our spellings next week. Okay, well, that's the end of our phonics, Friday Phonics for today. Practice those words, get them ready, have a list of them ready so that you can practice them next week in your handwriting. And well done. I want to say it's not been easy, this learning from videos, and you've been absolutely amazing. So just try your shun words, and I'll see you soon, very soon in school. Take care. Bye.